Hey guys! Today we are going to pick this ABUS Granit insurance lock model 37/60 with an ABUS Plus core. In this video I want to show and explain to you how you can modify a cheap Chinese disk detainer pick to pick more complex locks like the ABUS Plus models. The lock is a disk detainer style and there are various versions of the ABUS Plus core. The specific version here can be tensioned from the front as well as from the back. The lock features 8 discs with false gates. The pick we are using today is this Chinese disk detainer pick, which I modified to make it work. So first of all I filed down the tip, as it arrives with a big rectangular block as a tip, which of course isn't going to work. Instead you need something like this. Afterwards I drilled the hole in the blue handle part all the way through. This way you can adjust the distance between the handle and the outer pick tip to your liking. You can also reverse the handle if the distance is too big and the screw would not tighten onto the inner part, which I had to do in this case. With this modification the pick can be adjusted so that the handle sits flush on the lock and always tensions the first disc. When you adjust the distance, make sure that you don't try to tension the freely rotating anti-drill disc in the front though. Alright, to pick this lock we remove the key and then use any tool to turn all the discs to the right. We then use our tool and insert it like that. I start usually with the tip and then insert the handlebar. As you can see now, we can perfectly tension this like that, and now we can start picking our lock. Alright, I will usually start all the way in the front. Let me just refocus the camera. And the first disc here is the disc you already tensioned. That's because the tips are very close to each other. So let's start with the second disc. It's slightly binding, but not much. There's something on this disc. It's now free. It was binding a little bit. This is binding, but it now has a little play. This is definitely binding. This one is, I think it's not binding. Oh, this one is binding pretty hard. I'm not sure this is, I think it's in a false gate, I don't know yet. This could be right. And this of course has to be zero cut, so all the way to the right. Alright, let's do this again. Navigate the pick back to the first disc. We can rotate. Now this one is binding more. But I think it's good now. Second disc seems good as well. I think it's in a true gate. Third disc might be in a true gate as well. The difference between true and false gates is that if a disc is in a true gate you will have a little bit of play, and the play is usually completely free, so you don't have any noises, or it's not binding when you increase the tension on the handle. So this is a way to notice if you're in a true or false gate. Oh, this is in a false gate. Still is. Now it could be in true gate. This is binding. But not heavily binding. Right, let's go back to discs. This is binding pretty hard. I think it's in a corked gate now. This could be binding. This is binding, definitely. Yes. I think it's in a corked gate now as well. This, I think, is binding. I'm not sure. Now I have to give it a little bit of room so that we can rotate the disc. Because if you are in a false gate, you will actually might not be always be able to rotate the discs and free them. But I think it wasn't a true gate. I'm not sure. True. Definitely a true gate. Oh, this is binding. Okay, I think we have to, yeah. This isn't a false gate now. It's still a false gate. Not sure what's up with that. And I think we've got an open. Yep. So, we opened this ABUS pretty quickly. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and thanks.